Tapu, peace and love to everyone. I am here today with a video request from one of my sisters who has been watching the videos, so we give thanks. And the question that she had is about clearing the energy after you end a relationship. How do you clear yourself from other people? So, this is another great topic, and definitely something we don't get to talk about too much. The thing is that when you are intimate with someone and you live with them, you sleep with them, eat with them, you really become connected to them spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. So you will a lot of times notice people who have been together for a long, long time. They can finish each other's sentences. They often sometimes look alike, and they have other traits that can tell that you can see that they have connected to each other in a certain way. And it happens whether you want it to or not. It's a natural process. I imagine the universe worked it out that way so that couples can get along and raise the children that they make. But when you do want to end a relationship, then there are some things that you may need to do to help sever those ties, clear your energy so that you can move on into another relationship with fresh energy as much as possible. So one thing that you definitely want to do when you're in a relationship is have a time of closure, and to just have a time that you can speak or share your feelings. You can just say things like, this relationship was this to me. I learned these things. I appreciate you for teaching the lessons, and I give thanks for the experience. I wish you all the best. Peace and love. Um, you can decide if you want to be friends with the person or not, and that, of course, should depend on the relationship itself. If you all had a good relationship, you may want to have this person around as a friend. If the relationship brought you a lot of heartache, it's probably best that you just sever it and let it go. Either way, you have to let it go in your mind so that you can release that person and allow both of you an opportunity to be with other people. So once you have that closure session, and in that session you may want to do the forgiveness part, forgive each other for hurting each other and things like that, and that can help to just lighten the heart, which is nice if you have an opportunity to do that. Sometimes you in a relationship in a fiery way and you don't have a chance to just, speak your truth and peace and all of those things. And that happens. Sometimes if it's a bad relationship, if it's a lot of arguing and fighting and stuff like that, most of those times it's best to just drop it and just, sever those ties. And in those cases, you want to return the people's stuff. If you don't return it back to them, it is best to release it from your space. Whatever it is that reminds you of that relationship, when you're ending it, it's good to let that stuff go. Because if you don't, every time you see the thing, the shirt, the jacket, whatever, is going to make you think about the relationship. And that is not going to help you in your healing or releasing process. So let the physical stuff go. You also want to, you may want to let the pictures and those kind of things go. You may not, make that decision and choice. It's up to you. You can definitely smudge your area and clear your home or environment. If you all slept together, you're going to probably want to get new sheets, new bedspreads, and all that kind of stuff. Definitely switch the furniture around, shift the energy, do a lot of clearing, play music and instruments and things to help clear that energy in the home. For yourself, you want to do some spiritual baths. You could take the Epsom salt baths with flowers. Flowers are always nice to add to the bath, and crystals as well. And just soak in the tub. And each time that you soak, just ask that the energy from the past be released as the water goes down into the tub. Just release all of your energy. It does take a lot of work. It's not an easy thing to release that energy from other people. So you may have to do the baths a few times, maybe for a few months. It just depends on you and your energy and how things ended. It is best, though, if you had a hard relationship, don't play that back and forth game. If you are in a relationship and there's a lot of fighting and back and forth stuff, that's not, normal relationships. People may argue or disagree, but it's not a whole lot of that back and forth stuff. So if you have that, that's a sign that it's a bad thing. And you don't want to, you'll just prolong the healing process if you just keep going back and keep talking to the people, and because that pulls on your heart. So you have to just stop and let it go and release, and tell them that that's what you're doing. And if you have to block them and delete them and all of that, do it, because it's going to help you with your healing process. It'll help you to move on. You definitely could smudge your own body. I suggest that you take the baths, will help to clean your body, spiritually, especially when you add the flowers and the oils and the salts and crystals and stuff like that. You can also smudge your body and just continue to pray to release the other people's energy. And let's see. Some cases, it may be some more extreme things that need to be done, but usually, once you go through the resolution and the closure, and you do the baths, and you just start releasing mentally, I'm letting this person go. I can stand on my own. You can make your affirmations if you need to. And then work with your heart center using some rose quartz or other green. Rose quartz is pink, but using green stones or other pink stones actually are very good for helping to heal the heart. You can sleep with the stones, hold them in your hands, put them on your heart, and that also can be very helpful for your heart spiritually. And then just, do that work of clearing. Clear your aura field. Just do a sweep and release, release, release. When you think about them, shake it out, let it go. Just, do that work to move on as much as possible. Crying is also very releasing. So there's nothing wrong with crying. Everybody has their own period of time and way that they process things. So just know that expressing your feelings is important. You don't want to just hold your feelings. If you can't talk about them with someone, write them down and share them so that you can get them out of you. All right. So I hope these tips will be helpful, and check us out online. We have some new books. We have a new meditation CD and a new book coming out in a few more months. So look out for that book, Segment Rising. And our website is listed here at RasekiStore.com, RasekiHealing.com. I thank you all for listening. Peace and love. Hit tap, hit tap, hit tap.